American Political Association, and a great activist here on Staten Island. So Debbie Rose.
Thank you. Thank you. I first want to start by saying I'm scripted today because I knew I was following Jim Clark. So here goes. I first want to thank Peace Action. I want to thank you for your diligence, your commitment, and your unwavering energy to make sure that this illegal war has never been pushed to the back pages, that it is up front and in their face every day. And I think you deserve a round of applause for all of your efforts. I think it's especially telling today as we commemorate the 40th anniversary of the assassination of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, that we find ourselves encapsulated in a time warp of paradoxical redundancy. As if someone hit the pause button in 1967 and forgot to fast forward to the time that Martin Luther King dreamed of, when the pull of materialism, militarism, and racism, the trifecta of trouble, would no longer subvert our moral compass. And here we are today, as history repeats itself, experiencing an Alzheimer's, and I don't know if that's a word, but an Alzheimer's moment, cloaked in lies, deception, and avarice. As we watched, as Reverend King said in 1967, as we watched programs broken and eviscerated as if it were some idle political plaything of a society gone mad on war. We stand here knowing the devastation that this illegal war has wrought upon our nation, our communities, and our families. As we talk about 4,000 of our loved ones, our children, our neighbors dead and wounded and maimed, the obscene cost of $720 million a day. A day, people. We're not talking about a year. I have a state-funded program that funds 55 programs throughout the state, 55 educational programs throughout the state, and we get $12.5 million a year to provide services to 16,000 young people who might become dropouts if we don't provide them with certain supports. We're talking $720 million a day. And we are currently in debt to the tune of $500 billion, with this war being projected to cost us at the end. And it's very important that we say projected, because we don't know when this war is going to end. But the projected war's end, we will have a debt of $3 to $5 trillion. We have experienced and witnessed the downturn of our economy. Gas prices have increased. Our people are losing jobs and their homes. Educational and social programs are being cut. So I know that all of you are familiar with Martin Luther King's speech when he asked, how long were those inequalities and inequities going to continue? So I'm going to ask you, how long? And the response is going to be too long. So I ask you, how long before we see the withdrawal of all of our forces from Iraq? Too long. How long before we fund the only safe and orderly withdrawal of our armed forces from Iraq? Too long. How long have we been threatening to attack Iran? Too long. How long before veterans will receive full funding? Too long. How long has funds for health care, education, and jobs been cut? Too long. How long before affordable housing will no longer be diverted to? Too long. And how long have we traded blood for oil? How long have we traded blood for oil? So I ask you, if we know that it's been too long, I want to leave you with this challenge. I want to challenge you to be, all of you, to be the drum majors of peace and the trumpets of conscience, as Martin Luther King was in the 1960s. And since we've found out that things have not changed, you need to be drum majors for peace, trumpets of conscience, until our troops are home from this illegal war. Thank you.